With the EXP buff being active as well as a gold increase, the first kill of the world boss in Stranglethorn Vel, and several class updates, it's hard to keep track of what's important. Well, my name's Coyote, and I'm here to help you stay updated. This is your WoW news update in less than 5 minutes.
Stupid Coyote.
Starting off with our news update, we're going to be looking at class tuning. We haven't seen this much class tuning in any version of WoW ever, all right? They are constantly on it in the Season of Discovery. I'd like to see a lot of this move over to Retail and even Classic. Let's get into the Druid. They have fixed an issue where Survival Instincts, it was causing the Druid to actually incorrectly gain health when shifting into Bear form, Cat form, or Dire Bear form while it was active. So this is no longer a thing. Seeing some love for the Marksman Hunters. Chimera Shot damage has been increased by 120%, and the Serpent Sting damage that goes along with the effect has been increased to 48%. Explosive damage has been increased with your attack power by 15%, and Carve damage has been increased to 65% of weapon damage. Although Fire Mages don't need it, the other sides of Mages kind of do. Frostfire Bolt damage has been increased by 50%. It's going to kind of closely match the value of Fireball. Spell Frostbolt, it's also been increased by 50% damage, and it's going to be kind of more monitoring Frostbolt. Regeneration, Mass Gen, Chronostatic Preservation, all of these had their power coefficients increased to 88%. If you're a mage player, you've probably been feeling kind of lackluster when it comes to healing. I know I have, and that's why I switched back to fire for a little bit. Chronostatic Preservation mana cost has been decreased by 44%, and they have resolved some issues with that spell as well when it comes to your tooltip ID. Moving on to Paladins, though maybe not the ones that they want to see, some of the ones they are getting are Seal of Martyrdom damage. It's going to be increased by 50% per swing, and you're looking at a 85% when you release the Judgment. Seal of Martyrdom Seal has its effect benefit now from talents that affect and modify Seal of Righteousness, which is a big deal. And Avenger Shield now properly gains increased damage from the Paladin's attack power. With Shamans, they're updating another issue with the Earth Shield. This has been an ongoing issue, so hopefully this will be the last fix that it needs. And now a huge buff to Warlocks. They are getting 25% increased damage coming with their Grimoire of Synergy. It was 5%, so hopefully this will help push some of the lower damaging Warlocks up. Finally, our Warriors. They're seeing a Devastate damage increase to 150% damage of your weapon, and this will be applied after this under armor stacks. We're looking at fix an issue with facing with Intercept. I know a few Warriors were having issues trying to use it on allies to get out of things. And Deep Wounds will now continue dealing damage after the Warrior dies. The EXP buff is now finally live on the servers as well. If you're leveling from 1 to 39, expect a 100% increase in EXP as well as a 300% increase in your gold earning progress. This may change how you want to level, as you may want to go not so much into dungeons and dungeon spam like I did. You may want to try to do some quests. This will help you get gold that you need to buy mounts, which the prices of those have also dropped by a third. Before we get into the changes that they've done to the world boss, I want to give a shout out to Sarth. He was the first known person to get a group together and kill it. It required almost a whole server's worth of people and a GM. It was a pretty awesome kill. So grats to them on that first kill of the world boss in Stranglethorn Vale. Now that he's been finally taken down, the devs have taken notice and said, okay, maybe we need to scale this back just a bit. And here's the big thing. He will now recover less health from self-healing effects, and Kanmandu, he will now grow in size as he becomes more susceptible to attacks. So the bigger he is, easier is he going to be a hit. The last big change is Kadamu will no longer drop extraneous items, and what they're talking about is the Bloodthirst Blade. All right, it's a funny thing. You couldn't use this weapon ever in the history of WoW. It's kind of one of those things that it just dropped, and you really can't do anything with it. Maybe it's a teaser of what's to come. Who knows? And as always, the Season of Discovery. Finally, in our last two updates, the Enchanted Sigil, it's an item created by enchanters to kind of give them a little bit of a boost. It will actually now increase ranged attack power as well as melee attack power. And we're also seeing the same thing done to the mildly irradiated rejuvenation potion. It is increasing your range attack power as well. This has been your WoW news update. If you didn't know any of this, do me a favor, leave a like, or maybe I missed something that is super important. You can drop a comment down below if you found any of this information helpful. Do me a favor, subscribe. I do these videos every Wednesday. You can catch them right here on this channel. And as always, my name's Coyote. Happy adventures.
Stupid Coyote.